Hi everybody, this is Rachel again. Today, or rather this evening, I am going to make a bracelet and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Most of it anyway. So, I have my bead tray here and I have Simply the Best for Jewelry Making Stretch Magic strand. And I like it because, and it's the 1mm, I like it because it's nice and stretchy and thick and it holds the beads that I use very well. So what I'm going to do is, for this bracelet, for the girl that I'm making it for, she has a rather small wrist, so I'm just going to measure off of my wrist and I'm going to make it nice and pretty snug around my wrist, in hopes that it'll fit hers just right. But I'm going to give myself a little extra playroom, so I'm going to cut it right about here. Right here. So now I have the piece that I'm going to be working with. Just put that up. I have these crimp beads and they're end cap crimp beads, and this is how they work. Let me get you a close-up. It has the crimp piece to it plus a loop. Okay, so what you do is, I'm sorry for all the background noise. Forgot to shut the door and my husband is playing with the baby. So you're going to just set it on the end. Let's see if I can show you that. Just set it on the end. Okay. Get it focused in. And then I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to go to just the base of that ring, push up on the string to make sure it's all the way in there, and crimp. Okay, and then I just go back in and give it another good squeeze. So now you have a end cap crimp bead on there. This will help me to keep the beads from falling off. And then I will eventually put another one on the other end, put a clasp and jump ring so that it can clasp together. I am going to be using these purple beads right here, along with some of these clear beads. I have two different types and I plan on using both kind. One is kind of like a diamond, the other one's a circle, just like the purple ones. So, I've also got these small silver spacers that I'm going to use as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to use the lid to put some in so that I can grab them easily. And I like to start with a spacer for this particular project. And yes, I have nails and it makes it a little bit harder, but it is still very much doable. So there goes my spacer. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of the diamond looking beads and another spacer. Basically going to put a spacer between all of the beads. So let's see here. I can get it out from under my nail. Okay, let's try this method. Just put it in my palm, and there we go. So that's on. I'm going to pray I have enough purple beads to make this bracelet. And once I get the pattern on here that I'm going to be doing, I'll show you in just a second. Putting another spacer and another white crystal bead of a different shape. So this is going to be my pattern. Let me see if I can get something else to show that up on. There we go. So that's going to be my pattern, and like I said, I'm going to put a spacer bead, a silver spacer bead between each crystal bead, and that'll be my pattern. And I will be back when... Okay, I'm back. So I've got my beads strung, and I knew I was done when I could go all the way around my wrist with them, and it's kind of hard to show, but anyway. So now it's time to put another end cap crimp bead on. So let me dig one out. Sorry I didn't do it before. Okay. And this is a tough part. Let me set that down. I'm going to pull the string, okay, and I'm going to hold it very tightly. I'm going to snip off my excess. Oop. Get my end cap crimp bead on here. Okay, and I'm losing the tail. Oh, shoot. No. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is what you don't want to do. You want to, like I said, keep a very firm grip. So, but it's a good thing it happened, so I can show you how to fix it. Okay, so you're going to pull it up. You're going to find where you stopped. You're going to restring your beads. After each bead, pull it tight. Put the rest of your beads back on as quickly as you can so as not to lose grip. And I am like death gripping this stuff too, and I still lost. Alright, there's my last bead. Okay, so now I've got it pulled back up. I have my end cap bead going on. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit. I'm new camera, so I'm adjusting it. So I have my end cap bead on there, crimp bead. And I'm going to do the same as I did before. I'm going to push down, make sure I've got string in there all the way, and I'm going to crimp it. Now, just to let you know, you don't want to death grip that because these crimp very nicely. So now I have the bracelet made, okay, and it's nice and stiff. That's just the way I like it. Now I'm going to get a jump ring and clasp, if I can get them out. Here we go. And I just got my jump rings and clasps at Hobby Lobby. Well, actually, the jump rings were from Walmart. They came in a 3-size pack. And I'm using the medium one. But the clasps, and I have trouble saying that word, I'm sorry, I did get at Hobby Lobby. So, I did one of those out. And what I like to do is I stick my pliers inside the loop or the jump ring, and well, that one opened a little too quickly, so try this again. We're going to need a total of 2 jump rings, so I'll go ahead and get 2 out. I don't like when my pliers open that quickly. It just stuck. Normally it doesn't. So I'm going to stick them inside. I'm going to very carefully get it open, and I'm going to hold it in the pliers. I'm going to put on the clasp. Okay, and I need to open it a little more, which I can just do by holding it. There we go. Put the clasp on. Put the end of the bracelet on. Hold those. And close it up. Now, if you can see how they overlap like that, what I do is I get them aligned with one plier, and then I take my other pliers, and depending on which way that overlap is going, I will twist it the opposite direction so that it lines up just right, because I am a perfectionist and that's how I like to do it. So there's one side. Now the other side is just really easy. You just put a jump ring on for the clasp to grab onto, or to go on, or whatever. And now I got them overlapping again, and I just work with it until I get them lined up. Sometimes it takes a little playing around with. And it looks pretty good for the most part there. There we go. And I'm just going to clasp it, and then I'm going to test it to make sure I made it the right size. And that's what I love about the stretchy, is you can just roll it on, or they can choose to clasp it. It may be a little bigger on her because, you know, it fits me just right, but hopefully it'll fit her just right. If not, I'll adjust it because I like to have my jewelry fit perfectly. I have these little jewelry bags with this self-adhesive strip, so I'm just going to dump that inside, pull the strip, get it to come off me, fold down, and my bracelet out. I hope this tutorial helps anybody and everybody that does like to do jewelry.
I made this within 10 minutes, 10-20 minutes tops. So if I can do it, you can do it. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to do my best to answer it.